GStack is second because it packages a founder fantasy into something visible. 23 Claude code skills and a workflow that tries to make one builder operate like a small startup team. Garry gives the title instant curiosity, but the video should not be a fan video. The question is practical. Does this repo contain repeatable operating procedures, or is it just a folder of impressive prompts? That is the angle viewers will understand. If it works, it turns Claude Code from a blank chat into a structured company of reviewers, planners, QA leads, and release helpers. The README frames GStack as a virtual engineering team: CEO review, engineering review, design review, browser QA, security, release, benchmarking, and more. It is MIT licensed, Markdown-based, and meant to install into Claude Code or other agent hosts. That matters because skills are not just long prompts. A good skill tells the agent when to slow down, what evidence to collect, what output shape to produce, and when to stop. The source screenshots show the actual repo structure instead of a fake dashboard. The quick start is not a normal NPM package flow. The core install is cloning the repo into the agent skill location, then adding guidance to the project instructions so the agent knows when to use the skills. That is why the video explains the mental model before the commands. GStack is not replacing your repo. It is adding a layer of operating procedures around the AI coding session. If you already use Claude Code, the value is less blank prompt energy and more repeatable reviews. The most useful skills are the boring ones. Office hours reframes a vague product idea. CEO review challenges whether the feature is worth building. Engineering review forces architecture and edge cases. QA opens a browser and checks behavior. Review looks for bugs that pass CI. Ship organizes the final landing path. That is a much better YouTube story than simply listing 23 commands. The viewer promise is, here is how to make an AI agent argue with your plan before it writes code. The terminal pass lists the real folders, reads architecture docs, and shows the agent guidance file. I avoid running setup directly into the user's real Claude directory during production because that would mutate the machine just to make a video. Instead, the proof is the repo itself, the commands in the README, the install target, and the visible skill inventory. That is the correct trust boundary for a source-grounded review. The caveat is that a skill stack can make an agent sound more disciplined than it really is. A CEO review can still miss the market. A QA skill can still miss a visual bug. A security skill can still miss an exploit. The value is process, not magic. The safe use pattern is to run skills on branches, inspect diffs, keep secrets out of prompts, and never let an agent auto-ship without human review. GStack is interesting because it makes those rituals explicit. The practical checklist is simple. 1. Try GStack in a disposable project first. 2. Install the skills in the agent location, not inside a random production repo. 3. Add clear project instructions so the agent knows when to use the skills. 4. Start with office hours before writing code. 5. Run planning review before implementation. 6. Run QA only against a safe local or staging URL. 7. Run review before merging. 8. Keep human approval on ship steps. That sequence turns the repo from a curiosity into a repeatable operating system. The best takeaway for founders is not that GStack replaces a team. It is that the first useful AI teammate is usually a disciplined reviewer, not a code vending machine. The repo gives names to jobs that founders already need. Challenge the idea, check the architecture, inspect design quality, browse the app, review the patch, and document the release. If viewers copy that structure into their own workflow, they get value even if they never use every single skill. That is why this video should show the method, not only the install command. Verdict: GStack is a strong second video because it connects AI coding to startup operations. The title has Garry and Claude Code, the thumbnail has a huge skill count, and the content has real substance if we frame it as operating discipline. This can pull both founders and developers, especially if the video shows the actual repo and then says plainly where the promise ends.